you put that down to ill fortune, ill discipline, being a man short for a quarter of the game, or how do you?
It was a huge tussle. It's not a great spectacle of the game, but two teams ferociously going at each other for 80 minutes. To concede one try in the grand final and get beat, that's tough to take, but we didn't throw enough at the opposition in attack. Some of that was probably down to the fact that we spent 20 minutes with 12 men and fought ferociously hard to defend our try line during that period with 12 men against a team like that. So it just took probably too much out of us, and second half I don't think we had one good ball attacking set, which is credit again probably to Wigan's kicking game there, so there's a couple of things there for us.
Steve, I thought your weakness, I don't know whether you would agree, was your last tackle options.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You didn't threaten them anything like enough.
No.
You didn't get many repeat sets, for example, from your last tackle sets, and I think that's, if you can improve that, you'll be a better team, basically.
They've been pretty good all season. You look at them, we've scored more tries off kicks than any other team in the competition. We've conceded less tries off, we've conceded, the least number of tries off kicks. So our last players have been good all season, but they weren't good enough tonight. The experience we've got, last players win big games like that. Wet weather, bit greasy, field position's the key. Both teams probably completed reasonably high, but their last players were better than our last players tonight. And ultimately that gave them enough field position to score one try, but not concede any. And that's where the game's been won.
How was Sam, Steve? Because he seemed to be struggling quite early on. Was he all right going into it?
No, it was fine. Yeah, no, it was fine going into the game. Like I said, I thought it was a really tough game. It was hard game, physically tough game. Not great spectacle, like I said. But no, it was fine.
They did suck too much energy out of them when they were down to 12 to then attack when you got your full complement back. Like, it's very draining to be.
It was very draining, and we were coming deep out behind. It's credit to Wigan, they put us there and we got out of there, but we weren't getting enough field position to then squeeze it back on the opposition. I thought we defended great. To defend like that in a grand final is what you do need to do. I said before the game, you need to be, good's not good enough to win a grand final. I thought we were excellent in defence, but poor in attack in our last place. So we just didn't put the two parts of the game there together to go on and win that. And it's hugely disappointing for us as a team.
Did you have any issues with the yellow cards?
First one, yeah. Second one's probably a professional foul, so probably goes. The first one, yeah. Don't exist in the grand final. Not what we've seen in other semi-finals and everything else. So.
It wasn't Sam's fairy tale ending, but how proud of you of Sam?
No, it's not about Sam as such. I understand the question. I'm proud of every single one of them. From the day one of pre-season, all I've asked them to do is be the best they can be every single day. If you're the best you are every single day, you can't be better than your best. And those boys, on the back of a World Cup year for a lot of the French players, to start pre-season with 7 players, to work our way through the start of the season with horrific injuries, to do everything that we have to do and contend with throughout the season, to then get to a grand final and get beat when you concede one try in a grand final. I'm extremely proud of every single person involved in our whole organisation, Sam included in that, who has been instrumental in terms of the development of our organisation, the standards set in our organisations, and his legacy will long outlive a grand final win or loss in terms of what he's provided for our whole club and our whole organisation over that period of time. That will put ourselves and our younger players and everybody else in a better position for him to hand over the baton and us to carry on in the forward trajectory, if you like.
How do you see that future now?
Good. See it bright. I think it's clearly a big change for us coming next year. We've got, I think it's 8 players leaving. We've got 2 assistant coaches leaving. We've got the Director General leaving. but we've prepared for it, we're ready for it, we've made some changes, we'll make some more changes. But the DNA of the club has to be what you saw tonight, a team what was refused to give in, wasn't great in attack, but refused to give in, refused to stop, refused to buckle. Like I said, we beat again to get beaten, we conceded one try. It's a try we possibly should have stopped, could have stopped, all of that. We have to, as a club, continue in that vein. That will put us in strong positions in the future. The players who have played it were staying and involved in that, the staff, yes, the young players who were watching, young players who were trying to develop, the players we bring in from outside our organisation have to fit that. And hopefully if we continue to do that, we'll get more chances and opportunities like tonight.
Steve, seen you after victories and seen you after defeats, but this is as low as I can remember seeing you. How difficult is it going to be to lift yourself, let alone anyone in the place?
Well, I'll be right, but I just need a bit, I think everyone needs a little bit of time now. I think that's the level of where we're at as a club. The expectation is to win these things now, not just compete. Our expectation is to be in and win. So I'm just, I'm flat. Clearly I'm flat. We've just lost the grand final, and like I said, it's the circumstances there. But I've got no regrets whatsoever. Zero regrets in terms of what we've done with this team, how we've progressed it, what we've prepared for this game. I just wish we could have played a little bit better in a couple of key areas tonight.
Steve, have you spoken to Bernard Gouache since
Yeah.
the final hooter?
Yeah.
What's his reaction?
No, he's alright. He's disappointed, same as everybody else.
But a couple of years ago he was really angry, wasn't he, when he was defeated by St Helens. Is he a bit more philosophical about today's defeat, let's say?
Yeah, he's fine, yeah, he's good.
Steve, if good or excellent wasn't good enough, what needs to change for Catalans to be the team that are lifting that title?
Not too much. I think we've shown the consistency over the last 4 years in particular, where we've finished, top four and made a couple of grand finals. But you've got to perform at your very best on the stage, that counts. Were Wigan at their very best tonight? Probably not in a couple of areas as well. But we were as good as they were in those key areas, which was last players. They were probably outstanding in that area, which got enough across the line. So we just got to keep working hard, we got to keep developing, and we're not far off. It's, like I said, it's 10-2, 1 try to 0. It's next to nothing in it, but that's the difference between the teams that have won this competition over the last 25, 6, 7 years now to the rest of us.
Does this one hurt a bit more than 2 years ago?
Right now, yeah. It's like hell.
Steve, it's going to be a big overhaul, obviously, during the off-season. I think you said 8 lads are leaving, quite a few players coming in. You still got that desire to lead the club into next season and beyond?
You bet.
Yeah.
You get ready. We'll be ready. We need a bit of time to mourn and what have you now, but you do after a death in some regards. That's how it feels right now. We need that bit of time. The players need some time, definitely need some time off because of the workload that they have been put. We have to put them under because of the logistics of everything that we do in the World Cup year. They won't feel it like now, but yeah, we'll be ready.
Steve, I was going to ask you about Mitchell Pearce.
Yeah.
And tonight, him, whether he had an injury late, and also I was going to ask you about the England, your English players, and to what extent you expect them to be involved in the series, and who you expect to get picked.
Yeah, no, Mitchell was good tonight. He was good before the game, but you could quite clearly see during the second half there he was struggling. He was struggling to hit any speed there running wise, and Wigan came down the edge a little bit. It was a big decision there to take him off, but he was just couldn't run well enough there, and we tried to get Archimog out there, and so that was the decision around that. But Mitchell's been a joy to work with. He's an outstanding person. He's developed so many parts of himself, his personality, the way he lives his life, everything else whilst he's been in France, and he's going to be a loss for us. In terms of the England perspective, obviously a couple of old boys involved. I see Sam Tompkins and Mickey probably won't be there this year in terms of that, but I would expect Matt Meakin and Tom Johnson to be strong shouts. But I've been in the England coach's shoes before when every other club coach is trying to pick the team and tell everybody who should get picked. So Sean will make his decision. I'm sure he'll make the right ones.
So the boys had no idea, and the club hasn't got any idea until the team's picked on Monday?
No, I haven't been told. No, I've got no idea. So
Steve, just talking about Arthur Moore, you did bring him on, you know, quite late in the game, really. And yet when he came on, I just thought he did show quite a bit of flair that perhaps you were missing. I mean, obviously it's a what-if question, this, but, you know, do you think if you brought him on a bit earlier, he might just have made that crucial bit of difference breaking through?
it's hindsight, but no, it was 8-2 of the games in the balance. All key halves were all in the key positions. McNamara, Pearce, May, Tompkins, all in that. The game was at 6-2. You know, sorry, 8-2. We were 6 points down. We were in that situation last week against St Helens when we stayed strong with it. And but Junior, you know, they kicked the penalty and we needed to score twice, and Junior started to struggle with his legs. So that was the decision then. But no regrets at all.
Steve, one last one on the yellow cards. Have you spoken to Liam Moore, or will you speak to him?
No.
Okay, guys, should we wrap it up there?
Okay, cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, Steve.
Cheers. Thank you.
So, sorry. No.